Hey guys, I went to church today, the first time in a real long time. Being in that place where I was for the last 4 years was a very, very stressful place. Somehow it's more peaceful to sleep outside. That place was just constant pressure. Surrounded by thieves and crooked cops. And I've been sleeping outside now, I guess since the beginning of the month. It's more peaceful. I went to church today, and it's something that's happened a few times. I don't really know what to think about it, and when I'm going to speak about it, I'm going to try to be as reverent as I can. But there have been 2 or 3 times when I walked into a new church, and when the preacher saw me or whatever, they fainted. Or after a few words and catching eye contact with me for a minute, they fainted. It happens once, okay, the guy was old. Happens again, wow, that's weird. Happens again, makes you start to think weird things. And then, like today at church, the priest walked out and looked at me, he saw me, and like half of his face went numb, like he was having a stroke or something. And it, I thought, is this guy all right? And as the service went on, I thought, wow, his face really isn't fixing. Does he have Bell's palsy? What's going on? And, it came time for communion, and I didn't, I'm not a member of, that church. I'm technically not even Catholic, I don't, but that's the church I like to go to when I go to church. So I didn't take communion. I just, kept my head down, and praying. And after communion was over, his face lifted up and, looked like he had a bounce in his step. Almost like he was relieved that he didn't have to give me communion. In the service today was Mathew 13, the parable about the sower and the seeds. I want to read it real quick. Consider the sower who went out to sow. As he sowed, some seed fell along the path, and the birds came and devoured them. Other seed fell on the rocky ground, where it didn't have much soil, and it grew up quickly, since the soil wasn't deep. But when the sun came up, it was scorched, and it had no root, and it withered away. Other seed fell among the thorns, and the thorns came up and choked it. Still other seed fell on good ground and produced fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30 times what was sown. Let anyone who has ears listen. And as I was, thinking about that and listening about that, I thought, well, what? I've turned to that many, many times, asking God, what's up? Why is this fate, been given to me? And I've many times it's pointed to Mathew 13. thinking that, well, I'm the good seed sown in the good fertile ground that produces a lot of wheat, and then I started thinking, after the last 4 years, what I went through, it seems as though I was the seed that sprung up among the thorns, and the thorns, choked out the wheat and stole the sunlight, so it withered and died. And then by the end of the service, I had the thought, well, if I am the seed who sprung up and withered and died, I'm still alive. Do I just have to, I don't know, just let the thorns kill me like they're doing and find acceptance with it, through the word and stuff like that? I don't know, but this is going to sound weird, but there's more peace out here in the woods than there is in that place that I was at for 4 years. Well, hey, anyway, man, I love most of you. Have a good day.